Hello and good afternoon from Santa Rosa, Northern California. We are gifted a beautiful day after a weekend of rain. So this is the sky we have today and the trees I'm with. And I want to share a tiny island moment. The Tiny Islands are my book with 365 self-help tools to use during the day. And a chapter of the book holds stories that are meaningful to me and stories that have inspired me to look at my life in a new way after I have heard them, read them, or now recite them to you. Lately, these last 2-3 weeks of difficult life situation we are all in, I look more at my stories and look for new stories to inspire me. So today the story is called Two Monks and a Woman. So I invite you to sit back, relax your grip of whatever you think that might be different or should be different now. Just relax if you want to listen. Choose to listen with your eyes closed even, and let the words reach you. A senior monk and a junior monk were traveling together. At one point they came to a river with a strong current. As the monks were preparing to cross the river, they saw a very young and very beautiful woman also attempting to cross. The young woman asked if they could help her cross to the other side. The two monks glanced at each other for a moment, because they had taken vows not to touch a woman. Then, without a word, the older monk picked up the woman, carried her across the river, placed her gently on the other side, and carried on his journey. The younger monk couldn't believe what had just happened. After rejoining his companion, he was speechless, and an hour passed without a word between them. 2 more hours passed, then 3, and finally he couldn't hold it no longer. The younger monk couldn't contain himself and blurted out, "As monks, we are not permitted to touch a woman. How could you then carry that woman on your shoulders?" The older monk looked at him and replied, "Brother, I set her down on the other side of the river a few hours ago. Why are you still carrying her?" That's the story. And it speaks so much about the possibility of us, first of all, doing what's needed without having concepts in our mind of why we are not helping. But also, much deeper level for me, it is the present moment. It is the beautiful message about living in the present moment and doing what's needed there and move from the present moment to our future. That's what I learn in my yoga practice, still learn. That in my posture I ground myself in the present moment, and I understand that I bring from the past whatever formed me in the way I am into the present moment. And as I move out of the present moment into my future, it's from what I am in the present moment, from all of what was on my path, what all I gathered, what all has made me into the woman I am. I take this into the future. And if we can learn to tap more into the present moment, that's the teaching of yoga and of breathing. This is where our strength resides. In this present moment, we get to learn to let go of our crutches, of what we are carrying on with in our mind, thoughts or words we have exchanged with others, or actions we didn't like, all of the stuff we are holding that did not go according to how we like to be. I have plenty of that, and I know everybody has plenty of that we carry on, attached to it, a feeling, a meaning, even a way of speaking that's not serving us well. So let the story inspire you like it inspires me to dive back into the present moment, hug the present moment as often as possible, and in that sitting still, watching your breath, notice what are your attachments to words and things and lifestyles and grudges you hold, and how can you let them go? Maybe right now, just by pausing and taking one breath in and one breath out, the first thing can go. The present moment is all we have, and I don't mean that as a platitude. It is what we have, and I feel so more strongly connected to it now with the life situation, the crisis going on around us. We are all in the same boat now, not knowing, wondering what's next, being bombarded with questions from whoever. I am asked by my daughter every 5 minutes, if I let her, what's next? How are we going to do that? She needs my help with that. And she doesn't thrive well when I say, take a breath and be in the present moment. All I can do is really work with myself. And that's with, doesn't have to be my daughter, it's with anybody we are engaged with who can drive us crazy, perhaps. How can I be with myself when I now also know my mind wants to inquire big time? I want to know more. And I feel at night I have some fear creeping in. Will we be well after all of that? Will Serena be well? I have all reasons to be worried about her, and so on. And there's more I could say about my life, but that's not important now. What's important now is let the monks, the older monk, inspire us to let go of what we are holding and what we would like to correct and what we would like to have different, just because it's our point of view. Who cares? If another person has a different point of view, breathe through that and move on with some type of compassion in your heart. That's the important part. Have compassion to ourselves first, so we can share it with others. Enjoy that. I hope you have a beautiful time, and the beautiful time should wrap you into a container of being safe, being not alone, having people you can talk to, and letting go of your fears and anxiety and your worries, and trust that all will be how it's supposed to be. Bye bye. 7 minutes and 45 seconds. That's good enough. Talk to you another time. Enjoy this story. Bye from Santa Rosa.